This is a short presentation on the progress of the BeST project. Beyond Survival, Transforming the Power of Communities was started in April 2024, and we are nearing the completion of the first year of project life. The first 6 months of the project were the inception phase, followed by the first phase of capacity strengthening. The presentation includes a quick recap of selection of partners, followed by orientation of the partners, needs assessment of the urban refugees and host communities, and the first phase of the in-country partners' capacity strengthening. The first step of the project was the identification and selection of the in-country partners, including the nonprofit organizations and the youth and women collectives. The nonprofit organizations were invited to submit applications through an expression of interest published in the national newspapers and wider circulation through the different networks of civil society organizations. In response to the expression of interest, a total of 103 applications were received. The starting point of the application process was a self-assessment of the capacities of the applicant organizations in 4 functional areas of management systems, financial resources, program service delivery, and external relations. The applications were evaluated through a multi-tier process involving independent third-party auditors. This helped with the shortlisting of the applications. The work and outreach of the shortlisted organizations were verified through field visits. The same process was followed for the organizations shortlisted through a scouting process. As a result of this exhaustive and multi-step process, a total of 8 nonprofit organizations were selected as in-country partners for the BeST project. These organizations are Alliance for Integrated Development for District Peshawar, Anjuman Naujawana and Charsada for District Charsada, Association of Business Professional and Agricultural Women for District Peshawar, Blessing Welfare Development Organization for District Peshawar, Integrated Social Services Program for District Peshawar, Rana Child Welfare Foundation for District Peshawar, Rural Development Organization for District Charsada, and Welfare Association Jared for District Haripur. 4 out of the 8 nonprofit organizations have women in leadership roles, whereas one of the partner NPO works for and with special children. Out of these 8 partners, Blessing Welfare Development Organization, Rural Development Organization, and Welfare Association, Jared work in the protection sector. Anjuman Naujawana and Charsada, Association of Business Professional and Business Women, and Rana Child Welfare Foundation work in the education sector. Out of these, ANC works to provide education to hearing-impaired children. Anjuman Naujawanan Charsada, Association of Business Professional and Business Women, Blessing Welfare Development Organization, Rural Development Organization, Welfare Association, Jared and Alliance for Integrated Development work in the economic empowerment sector. Out of these, ANC works to provide livelihoods to hearing-impaired youth. Integrated Social Services Program works in the water and sanitation sector in District Peshawar. After the selection of the nonprofit organizations, the next step was the selection of the youth and women collectives. This selection process was led by the NPO partners. A total of 28 volunteer groups and community organizations were assessed through the Capacity Assessment Tool for Community Organizations. This tool was jointly developed by HOPE 87 and NPO partners. As a result, 8 women collectives were identified, and 8 youth collectives were identified. Together with the 8 women and 8 youth collectives, thus bring the total of the youth and women collectives to 16. Together with the 8 collectives, thus bring the total of the youth and women collectives to 16. The selected NPO partners orientation was organized at Islamabad in the last week of August 2024. A total of 48 participants, 42% women, participated in the 4-day orientation workshop. The orientation workshop was also an opportunity for the participatory organization capacity assessment of the NPO partners. This participatory assessment covered the 6 capacities, that is leadership, gender, management, action, innovation, and adaptive, that were scored against capacity, knowledge, skills, attitude, and practice. The orientation workshop culminated with the signing of the Code of Cooperation that was developed by HOPE 87 and the NPO partners jointly through a participatory approach. A comprehensive assessment was carried out in the target districts of Peshawar, Charsada, and Haripur from 7th to 25th September 2024. The 9 different tools for data and information collection were used to help understand the needs of the urban refugees and host communities in the 3 target districts. The needs were assessed for the following sectors: education, livelihoods, protection, water and sanitation, food security, shelter, and health. More than 1,400 key informant interviews were conducted. A high percentage of 73% were women respondents to understand the needs from a gender lens from both Afghan and host communities. The needs assessment process starting in early September 2024 culminated with the data validation and sectoral allocations workshop in mid-October 2024. The deliberate process to improve the ability of the individuals, groups, organizations, or the systems to enhance or develop new knowledge, skills, attitudes, procedures, and structures needed to function effectively, work towards sustainability, and achieve goals. The initial capacity strengthening of NPO partners and youth and women collectives that started in October 2024 is coming to an end in February 2025. The process of helping the organizations and groups improve their ability to perform tasks, produce results, or deploy resources was followed through dedicated trainings and action planning in these 6 areas, resulting in more than 16,000 person-hours of dedicated learning of all the participants combined together. This has been made possible by delivering the capacity strengthening trainings through a dedicated and experienced team of 9 lead trainers, 55% women, 6 facilitators, 83% women, and 8 note takers, 87% women. The starting point was the leadership training in October 2024 for transformational leadership at an organization, defining the vision and purpose and strategic planning to achieve the desired goals collectively in an accountable and transparent manner. 57% of the participants of the leadership training were women. The leadership training was followed through with gender-focused training in November 2024 to remain gender-responsive in the organizational processes and programming, establishing partnerships to amplify the work around gender empowerment and safeguarding. The training in December 2024 on project proposal writing, logical framework analysis and planning, result-based management, and enhancing the volunteer base helped strengthen the management capacities. Once again, a positive gender balance of 56% women participants was maintained. In the month of January 2025, with the action or technical capacity, the focus shifted from the organizational development to the knowledge and skills of project implementations through appreciative inquiry, situation and power analysis, advocacy and dialogue skills, trainings and workshops planning. The positive gender balance continued to be maintained throughout. In early February 2025, the social innovation and entrepreneurship, creative expressions, design thinking, and revenue generation trainings shifted the focus to new ways of working and finding new and innovative solutions to sustainability. The last of the 6 capacities model of capacity strengthening is coming to a close with the adaptive capacity trainings. If you do not bend, you will break. The adaptable prevail, determined but flexible. In the ever-changing environment that we live and work in, the adaptive approaches informed by participatory monitoring and evaluation and impacts assessments that validate the theories of change help keep the organizations and groups relevant. The impressive 16,000 plus hours of learning spread over several months has been made possible with the generous support of the Dutch Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the dedication and hard work of all the NPO and YWC participants, trainers, and Hope 87 team members.